Trinidad and Tobago, I am here today to address you on a matter of grave concern. Yesterday afternoon, I would have received intelligence reports whereby organized criminal gangs with persons inside of the prisons and persons operating on the outside of the prisons have formed themselves into what I would want to term an organized crime syndicate, and that they were planning, actively so, to carry out assassinations, robberies, and kidnappings. And when I received this information, it was most troubling to me. I had to approach the National Security Council last night. And when I addressed the National Security Council, I later had a briefing with the Prime Minister and the Attorney General and made a recommendation, and this recommendation was made with a heavy heart, to ask the Prime Minister and the Attorney General to accede to my request to have a state of emergency placed on Trinidad and Tobago, and particular emergency powers placed in the hands of law enforcement to treat with the threat. They would have agreed, and the President last night would have signed that proclamation, and I would have received it, following which my men and myself would have hit the ground running, and I, just having returned from the maximum security prison at Aruca, where I would have personally supervised the extraction of those gang leaders to be placed in another facility where they would now be housed, one where they would not have access to the liberal communication that they were using to facilitate this reign of terror upon the great citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. More so, we have seen recent acts of kidnapping and homicides being perpetrated against our citizenry that we have been able to trace back to this organized crime syndicate. And as your Commissioner of Police, I cannot in all good conscience stand before you at any given time, knowing what I know, and not take definitive action against it.